Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're checking out Jason's truck here, and he's taking it to Wisconsin. This thing's hauling logs. It's a pretty awesome truck we built. We're gonna walk around and show you the whole deal, and then we're gonna go for a ride in this thing. What are you doing in here? You ready to go?
Yeah.
Well, crank this thing up. Let's do this. There you go. I think this guy's driving it to Wisconsin. I'm not really sure what's happening. Follow along, guys. This is a fun video. All right, so check this one out. It's a brand new 2024 little small bunk truck, and it's getting ready to head to Wisconsin today. And Jason and his boy come down here to pick it up, but figured to walk around and show you all the stuff we've done to this truck, take it down the road for a ride. This thing's going to Wisconsin to start hauling some logs, and it's a heck of a nice log truck. So kind of go over the stuff we've done with it. We did a 12 gauge visor, the lights on the roof there, added lights to the bumper, lights on your breathers, did the old school emblem on the front of the hood here. And all these lights are the legendary glass lights. Pretty big fan of those. They're nice, they're really bright. Painted the front hubs. We did a front air dump kit on it. 12 gauge cabin sleeper panels on this one. Cow panel painted to match. Did our just a stainless box cover on here. Barrett deck plate painted to match. So we left a gap right here because when he gets home, he's going to put his wet line kit on it, and they'll put a bar right here with their connections in that space there. But got it all painted to match there. This truck's on a New Way suspension. It's a 12 gauge, 16-inch rear center panel. Hidden reverse light down there. Semi-casual mud flap weights. And in the back, we also did the legendary glass watermelon lights. DPF box cover, cab sleeper panels. These go into your factory cow panel here, only because the box size, you can't put the big cow panel there. So it's just got a different cab panel there. All underglow lights, you can kind of see in the reflection. It's got the penny lights in there. And we did the lights on the mirrors, and then put a set of Dynaflex top stacks, 5-inch top stacks on the factory exhaust. Pretty slick deal. I don't remember the paint code. What was the color? What was this color called again?
Dark tourmaline effect. Dark tourmaline effect.
Dark
Tourmaline effect.
tourmaline effect. Dark tourmaline effect.
OBS Fords.
Okay, now you say, yeah. It's the same color, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks awesome. In the shop, it's a very dark green, and then when it's outside, it's got a really good. It brightens up a lot. It's got like some blue pearl in it. It's cool. So yeah. And you're gonna take this thing and drive it around the woods?
Yeah.
And park it in the mud and stuff?
Dodging stumps and deer and everything that northern Wisconsin brings.
Well, pretty cool. We're gonna jump in this thing, go down the road, and take her for a ride before they head to Wisconsin, and he, I guess, gets the truck dirty.
Yeah.
You ready to go? Oh, he got shy. He was not shy a few minutes ago. Now he's gotten shy. The camera came out. But yeah, we're gonna hop in this thing and go down the road. All right, Blake, what do you think?
It's a pretty nice truck.
Pretty nice truck for a Peterbilt.
Mm-hmm. I like the seats way better than the other one.
Like the low backs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the dash over here, Blake? It's got your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other person?
My sister.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
You like your sister?
Certain times.
Certain times. Some days I do. So on the inside of this truck, guys, we painted the inside of the visor to match. We painted the dash panels, same green to match the truck. Just cruising out all right.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing here, because I mean, like, this is a pretty fancy log truck.
We haul out of the woods. We have landing wood in Michigan.
Okay.
Believe it or not, people don't think it's a log truck, but it is. We got center mount trailers with loaders. We go in, haul mainly saw logs, some pulp and bolts off of jobs that could be 2 miles off the highway, and they could be 20 miles off the highway.
So you're not driving this truck to like a lot where they just load your trailer. You're like going in the woods.
Well, we have landings for like spring fall rolls in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We haul out of landings. It gets brought in from wherever, but that will haul that just when you can't get on the highway, like to a highway on our 98 permits, we can do our normal weights, but on all the county and town roads they get posted. So then we haul landing wood.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a road through this.
Really?
Yeah, we go off road, tear stuff up. But
How long have you been hauling lumber?
about 10 years. I grew up in a log truck with my dad in northern Wisconsin, my uncles.
Okay.
Then I moved to Milwaukee, went to college, and I drove for like 4 years for my cousin and another guy. And then I moved back to Milwaukee, and I drove for Jack and Steve Moss.
Okay.
I drove for them for like 9 or 10 years, I think.
They have some nice trucks. They always have.
Blue and green one we did.
Yeah.
That was the one I drove. Good people, but we had Layla and Blake, and my wife and I, Monica and I, wanted to move back up. Both our families are from northern Wisconsin, so I grew up in a log truck with my dad, so that's pretty much what I wanted to do.
Nice. And so you're you're a one truck guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Until he wants to have one day.
Is that what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What kind of truck do you want, though?
Peterbilt.
Okay, good.
What
Okay,
about
good.
the Army truck?
That's not a semi.
He wants me to buy him an Army truck.
Like one of the 6x6s? I mean, I'm not gonna. It'd be fun.
It's only 6.
I told him, I hauled wood with my buddy Jerry. I says, ask Jerry. We had to go to a shop one day. I said, ask Jerry to buy you an Army truck, and he chickened out.
Have you ever ridden in one?
No.
No. I can promise you this: it does not ride as nice as this truck does at all. You might change your mind after you ride in one.
I don't know.
It'd be nice to have 6-wheel drive in the woods, though, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So do you get do you get to ride around with Dad much when y'all go trucking?
Yeah.
We were up by Eagle River one day in my old truck. Him and Layla were with during COVID. So they were out of school. We're going along. and they're like sitting behind me, and they're like, "Hey, peekaboo," and they cover my eyes up as I'm driving down the road. I'm like, "You can't do that. This is not safe." So we'll put it on the quarter-mile drag strip.
We can go. I know how to get in there. We could go do it. This truck's super quiet. What do you think about it compared to your old? So what truck were you coming out of? You got rid of one truck for this one?
I had a 2020 389 that was wild turquoise color.
Okay.
Buddy of mine bought it, but that had a pack car in it. And the pack car's quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good truck though. When they are fixed right, they run good.
How long did you run that truck for?
I had it for 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, you got one of the, you got, I guess, you know, like one of the last 389s. You're not getting a new one again.
Right.
So you got a good one. Have you ever had a truck with New Way in it before?
I have not.
Okay.
I know a couple of guys up by us, Kyle Keelblock and some of the Timlins run that suspension, and they claim it's good, so I give it a shot.
I've done several trucks now for guys that are hauling a little bit heavier stuff, and they've been New Way trucks, and everybody seems to like them, especially for like a heavier application.
They say they're lighter, and then they have more travel.
And it's funny, like if that suspension's lighter, but it doesn't look like it would be.
No, when you look at the bracketry, I wouldn't think it's. I think they said it's 100 pounds an axle lighter or something.
Okay.
It's got like 12 inches of travel, something like that. Which the air track is good, but it's not. It rides rough on the highway, so.
Yeah.
But it's a bulletproof suspension.
The few air tracks I've driven, they definitely are not.
Choppy on the road.
They are, yeah.
But off-road, I mean, we put them through the worst of the worst, and I've honestly only been stuck a few times because of the suspension. Like at my Kenworth, I had the AG1 in it, and that, you literally drive over something like that and you were spun out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was terrible.
This one looks like it would have a decent amount of travel. How long is it going to take y'all to get home?
Probably 14 hours.
We're thinking we'll be back at like midnight, but when we get there, and then we're gonna honk the horn to wake everybody up.
That's what I would do.
Our neighbor's the police chief in Park Falls, so I don't know if we want to wake him up. He's pretty cool, so he'd probably laugh.
That's a good neighbor to have.
Yeah, especially when your wife drives like Smokey the Bandit.
What are you going to do in here for 14 hours, Blake? Are you going to get bored?
No.
No? I probably wouldn't either.
I asked him if he wanted to come with me. He says, yeah, we're going to Tennessee. Who doesn't want to go to Tennessee? It's the music state.
It's just,
So as far as like driving and getting into like what you're doing, obviously you got into hauling logs and stuff because your father did it.
Yeah.
But like if a person wanted to get into that side of trucking, and let's just say they had no experience in doing any kind of log work, how does a person go about even getting into that?
Well, you have to be able to take. We always say there's a fine line between using and abusing.
Yeah.
And you're abusing, well, you have to do it. Like, I mean, there's hills that are 6% grade, and you have to make it.
Right.
At 98,000 pounds. So that's why you have full lockers, and it's just you have to take like the typical drive your fancy truck down the freeway mentality that we all like.
Yeah.
And you throw it right out the window because you don't want to do it, but you know if you don't do it, the end result is you're probably going to wreck stuff.
Yeah, so I kind of imagine if you're a loaded trailer, you're in the woods, it's muddy, all this other stuff, you're definitely not driving. You're going to be a little bit harder on the truck. getting through mud holes and things like that.
Ones you want to idle through, 9 times out of 10 you can't. You have to plow through it. You have enough momentum to get through it, but not too much momentum where you can't turn and make a corner. It's different. I mean, it's a different kind of driving. You can train pretty much anyone to drive a truck down the road.
Yeah.
But when you take them off-road application and pretty much a snowmobile trail in the winter, we have a lot of jobs that are the snowmobile trail.
Okay.
So when guys are up snowmobiling, you're driving down the trail and there's snowmobiles coming at you like, holy shit, we got a log truck here, you know? But that's just the nature of our business.
Right. We do a lot of side-by-side riding up here, and there'll be areas they're clearing out, and you'll ride down those trails where they're getting logs out of there, and I mean, and they're rough. It's nothing smooth, and then the ruts that they create, and then even the big, like, there'll be huge mud holes that'll sink a side-by-side, and I'm like, how's a truck get through this?
Yeah. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's a lot of the roads we go on in Michigan, the Michigan trucks are huge, so their roads are way nicer. Depends on the logger. Depends on, a lot of times there's nothing they can do with the ground you're in. It's just garbage. Yeah. So they do the best they can, but you're still on edge. You go in, we have lights on our trailers for backup lights, and you go in at 3, 4 in the morning, and you're just swerving between stumps and rocks, trying not to bend rims. And it's just, people don't really appreciate toilet paper as much as they should, in my opinion. Because what the loggers and truckers do, it's a different breed.
So it sounds like if a guy's been driving over the road for a long time, was like, I want to go haul logs, it's going to be a pretty abrupt learning curve.
Oh yeah, the curves. It's pretty. I don't even know. It'd just be pretty much like a plateau. It goes from like here to there.
Yeah. You know, if I ever make it up that way, I'm gonna see if I can't hook up with you and go see what that's all about. I think it'd be pretty fun.
It's neat. I mean, he goes with, and you look at just the machines. I mean, these guys got $1 million in machines to cut trees.
Right.
And it's, I mean, the wood markets are garbage right now. I mean, most people think I'm crazy for buying a new truck, but it's the last of the 389s, and I like Peterbilt, so.
It is a freaking awesome truck. How long till you're able to start driving?
Today.
It's the perfect time.
Illinois is a boring state, and all you're gonna wreck is corn stalks, man. Got a tree down here, we could help them out.
Yeah, we had some pretty gnarly storms the last couple of days.
I wouldn't move over, but the car wouldn't let me over.
You know, that's one of the most annoying things doing that. Like, I think people just they're oblivious to what's going on around them. They just drive their car. They're not paying attention to anything else going on.
I'm a firm believer. I think in order to get a driver's license in any state, they should have to ride right there for a day.
Oh yeah, they'd have a better understanding of what you can see.
Yeah. Just what it takes to stop and move around.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for the video. We test drive successful. Nothing fell off.
No.
So we're good. This thing's ready to go in the woods and haul some logs and stuff. But pretty awesome truck and good conversation. And now this thing is going to Wisconsin to go to work. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram @SemiCasualShow. And otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.